Hello everyone, this is my Web 2.0 Tools and Mobile Apps final video project for EDU 580. My name is Roxanne Bennett. My first tool that I'm going to talk about today is Voki. Voki is a really fun character that you can make for your classroom, and you can customize your character any way that you would like to. You could have it also speak many languages. Right here is the Voki that they've brought up here, and this is a Voki classroom and Voki presenter. So this is something that you would actually pay additional for. But with this, you could build this for free. So what you would do is just go to Create up here, and then you go to Customize your character. When you hit the head, it gives you different kinds of options here, like fantasy, classic, tunes, animals, edgy, oddballs, randoms, VIPs. So we're going to pick a VIP today, and we'll pick this little guy. He's kind of a funny looking character. So here you go up here to his head. You could pick his hair. That gives you an option, which they either give you like no hair or hair. They've given you a mustache option where you could take his mustache on or off. Then we'll go ahead and we'll keep his hair and his mustache today. Then we'll go to his clothing. What should he wear today? We'll pick a kind of there's a halter top or a tank top, I guess. And then maybe an American shirt. Here he is holding an American flag. All right, then we can come here and there's hat option. We'll give him a great big old cowboy hat. And here's some bling, there's a better bling for the ladies. But then here's an option of giving him sunglasses. So here down here you could tweak it even more, where you can say that you want his hair to be lighter, darker, kind of spin around there. So then after you say you're done with that, you come back up, and it looks like we've already used those were his clothes, and that was his bling that we used up here. Now you can give him a background, and these are some of the different options. They have the travel, nature, animated. Maybe it's a holiday in your classroom, and maybe you want him in front of the Christmas tree. So with this, when you say that you're done, you can then go to give it a voice. Now these are some different options that you can use. You could record it by phone. When you click on this, it'll actually give you a phone number that you could choose and a passcode. That way you could speak and actually say whatever it is that you would like to say to your classroom. Or you could actually, this is what I like to do, I usually just type it and text it with your keyboard, or you could use your microphone and speak your words, or you could actually download some data using that feature. Get that to turn off. And then here's our downloading an audio file actually. So then when you're completely done, you just click done. And there we go. Now I've already made one for the class to show you exactly what this would come out with in the end. And hopefully you'll be able to hear it. So here she is. Click on her for EDU 580. So what you'll do is you just go to the little play button, and you could play this for your class.
My friends of EDU 580, congratulations on making it to week 7. Voki has the potential to entertain your classroom. Just give it a try.
Now with this, I've used this a couple times in my classroom, and the kids are just they stop everything they're doing and look, and they want to play it over and over. I've used it for a morning message before. I've used it to tell them what we're going to do for the day. I've also used it for objectives. Now with Voki, they also have some other advantages to it. They give you some options of learning more about their tools. Then they also have lesson plans, which are beneficial. All you have to do is select your subject and what grade level that you are in, and then hit search, and it'll give you things such as this. This is Chapter 10, Introductions and Conclusions. This is what a language arts teacher has done, and she's used this in her classroom for that. Now, most of it is free, but there is also some pricing for beyond just free. There's the Voki Classroom, the presenter, and then you can also use this as a bundle. As you can see, Voki has some great advantages to using it in the classroom. Your students are immediately entertained by the character that comes to life and speaks directly to them. You suddenly have the attention of the entire classroom. Voki can be used as a presenter tool to increase the engagement of your students, and the Voki site also offers lesson plans for each grade level. Now, some of the disadvantages of Voki are some students, they may not have access to a computer's microphone or a phone in order to record their own voice. When typing on Voki, one of the problems is that you must spell your words phonetically correct in order to allow the computerized character to understand and speak the words that you are actually wanting him or her to say. There are so many classroom options that you could use the Voki for, as I've stated before. Students are intrigued and they have the desire to use Voki for daily work such as creating characters for a story. Students also could use Voki to practice typing their spelling or their vocabulary words. When working on fluency, students can use the phone or the microphone app to read into. When they play it back, the Voki character could show them exactly how they sound and add entertainment while they're doing it. The next tool that I'm really excited to tell you about is called Storybird, and it's on storybird.com. And what this is that this is an online tool that you can use with your classroom to create stories. They give you all of the artwork and they allow you to line up your story into a sequence. So what you could do, first of all, as a teacher, it gives you an option of putting all of your kids in here by class. And so that's what I've done a few years ago when my kids used this. Then we also have a place just for all the student information. This is where they have their passwords, so the parents would be able to get on this, and also that way no one can mess with the other kids' stories. Also, as a teacher, you can go in and click on assignments, and in your assignments you can explain to them exactly what you would like for them to do. So here I wanted them to make a story map. I said I would like for you and your 5th grade friend, you will create a book using characters, setting, a beginning, a middle, and an end. So then all they needed to do was to click that assignment. Now, when it comes time for the kids to write theirs, this is basically on the teacher's page, but when the kids are clicking on it, this is what they would see. They have the option, this is all of the artwork that they would see, but then over here are some artwork tags. If the kids would like to do a story maybe on bears, they can come here and they can click on bears. And up would come all these different artwork that have something to do with bears in them. So as the kids can scroll through the different types of artwork done by different artists, maybe they could find one that they like, and let's just say they like, one that's a little bit cuter than that. How about these guys? So we'll click on this, and this says friendship size, no bar. So we're going to say that we'd like to use this artwork. And what this does now is the long form book comes up. This would be for older kids maybe that we're making a multi-chapter book. This is what I've used with my kids as 1st graders and 2nd graders. I've used the picture book, which is just a multi-page. Or you could also do, which I think would be fun for any age, is the poem, which would just be a single image. So we're going to click on the picture book. And then right here, as you can see, it says write your story here. So it's giving you the open spot just to put your text. Drag your artwork here. Down on the bottom, it will show you exactly, here's the cover of your book. This would be basically your front page. So here what you do is you just take and you look at all the different artwork that they have on both sides. But down here it shows you the classic, the landscape, the journal, or the iconic, what you would like to have maybe for your cover photo. And you could say that you want to save that. And then it just continually goes on where you can go and you can add all the pictures that you would like to for your pages. The kids can set up their story map here depending on what they want their setting to be. If they want this to be, maybe it's out in the forest. And then once again, here's a great place for them to start journaling their ideas. Here they could put all their sequence. They could see each page as they build it, and it's also good because they can also take and go, well, maybe I don't want the crocodile here, maybe I want him on, switch pages and turn him to page 3. It's a great tool that they can use to create a story, and it also brings in your digital technology with it. Some of the advantages to using Storybird are this website meets so many of the Common Core state standards. Students are able to work online at different times to access their work. Teachers are able to send students' work on to the next year's teacher from year to year. There are so many different types of artwork available to create your story with. and these stories are available for purchase when they are completed by the parent. Now, some disadvantages of Storybird are that students, they may not always find the artwork that matches their mental image for their story, and the artwork is not all available in one area for viewing when trying to decide your exact theme. Classroom use for the Storybird probably just can go on and on, but as I said before, younger grades can use Storybird with a buddy class to create a book together. Students can use this to learn how to write story sequence, and Storybird is a great tool to learn about a story map and its different features such as the characters, setting, plot, and conclusion. My last app that I wanted to tell you about was the Human Body app by TinyBop. And what this is that it shows you exactly how the inside of the body works. And it shows on this screen, you can see how he's going to eat broccoli and how he would chew it up. And it would actually go down into his esophagus and into the stomach and work its way through the intestines. And here they show you the human heart and how the blood flows through it. And what would happen down here is the like human body's legs. And when the body is just moving slowly or walking, what the heart would look like, and what it when it's running, what it would look like, how fast the blood flows through. There are so many advantages to use this, because when I was showing my kids, we were talking about the human body, I could actually pull this app up and show them different things, such as if on this screen, if you actually touch the screen, it shows you how the nerves work and how it moves. Like if you were to touch the side of her arm, how it goes up into her head and gives her, her brain the senses saying that she has been touched. It also it allows you, like through the optical, and there's not a picture of it on this screen, but how the optical actually works. It'll show you a picture of the optical looking at you, and how when the optical flips it upside down behind in the back of the eye. Here gives you labels. There's the big thing for the kids. They have to label a lot of nonfiction, and here they show kids how they label and what each bone is. There's so many great different features on how to use these. The only bad thing, I think, a disadvantage that they have, is that there's not a lot of instructions or rules at all. You kind of just, as many apps are, you just kind of hunt and peck through there and figure things out on your own. But it's a great tool. My kids absolutely loved it. They loved seeing the digestion of it, and they loved seeing, it gave a little bit more explanation on what we were talking about, a little bit more hands-on, something that they wouldn't be able just to see in books. It's a live working tool. And this concludes my video of Web 2.0 tools and apps. Voki.com, Storybird.com, and the Human Body app by TinyBop are the tools and apps that I used, and I would like to thank you all very much.